What's going on, guys? So I've been looking into something today that kind of threw me off. It had to do with a bunch of mass uploads with like Family Guy and American Dad, like not just clips, actual full videos. And while looking into it, I ran across a channel that apparently had the similar question, and he done it 2 years ago. So I'm kind of really late. I thought I was doing something new. But to give credit where credit's due, the guy's name is Timeworks. He did a long video on it. Pretty nice. I watched a little bit of it to see what his conclusion was. For the most part, I didn't watch the whole video, just a little part where he's kind of throwing out some theories. Gonna find out same theories. I had the same ideas. So I want to give credit anyway to let everybody know. Yes, I did know this channel done this because while looking it up, he popped up. So all credit where credit's due. You got there first. But I'm going to go ahead and give my own little 2 cents in on this, okay? First off, to let you understand why I guess I came down this little rabbit hole. Not much of a rabbit hole, more of like a fucking stop, because there's not a lot on this. But basically, when I go to sleep and stuff, I do watch videos. It all started quite a few years ago when I was watching something really cool that I liked, which was the first retrospective, before I even knew what that word meant, the first retrospective compilation that I ever seen, which was the Final Fantasy retrospective done by Game Trailers. It was complete. It's a small sub channel, but it has a large view on this video, and mostly probably by me. So while going through all this stuff and looking things in, I came to some of the same conclusions that Timeworks did. And just to kind of explain that, basically a lot of these look like they're stolen, hacked, or bought. And I don't know what marketplaces they would sell these channels, because some of them are just in the thousands, while others probably, some of the ones he represented and showed for proof were like in 1 million, okay, which could get a lot of views. Some of them had hidden videos. Mine, I didn't look that much into to see any hidden videos, because the ones that I saw was like, for reference, pretty much all Indian, by the way, or Middle Eastern. It was one of those two. Now this channel right here, Techno something, last name I'm not going to pronounce, was a channel that looks like it may have had an issue, because it's like more earlier uploads were all pretty much like what you would see in tech videos. A lot of tech people that try to help others with like Instagram, which you can see down there. I'm just trying to make the parallels here. But basically like recover password, or why you're not getting paid, this, that, and the other. It just seemed like a basic, simple thing. I don't know if this would be scammy or anything. I don't know how some of these channels work, or if they try to give you an app to steal your data and, you know, pocket your nudes. But basically, that's what he was doing. Just some simple tech videos that you see a dime a dozen, where people are just trying to help people. And then more recently, boom, he is doing nothing but uploading American Dad. Now, I have a sneaking suspicion this is a stolen channel or a fake channel, that the videos before that are all fake. They're just jibber jabber. The same thing that goes with the fact that his banner, that Twitter is fake. It doesn't exist, or it may have been deleted in the literal year that this has been going on. It's just this one channel, okay? It's been going for a year. But that's basically what that would be. And then boom, you have, you know, the newest stuff is American Dad. I can only assume that probably this channel is using that to funnel those views in and maybe, I don't know, catch somebody off guard. I don't know. But, you know, usually the channel would be bigger. You would get more money out of it, because you're going to get more eyes more than likely compared to a smaller channel. Smaller channels are probably not going to have their stuff pushed as much. They'll get probably a couple thousand. And to kind of let you understand how, like, the pay would work, 1,000 views, 2,000 views, something like that, depending on how much, I guess, the ads would run. Because my videos, the ones that do about 1,000, will say, are up in the air between $2 or something to $5. I'm not gonna say they're literally $5, but it's like I don't have a concrete science behind this. But you can get around like $5 for a couple thousand views. Pretty simple. So if you're getting a couple thousand views and you just paid hundreds of dollars, probably thousands of dollars for this channel, yeah, you're getting butt fucked. I don't know how else to put it. Now, there's another channel that kind of threw me off, and it makes absolutely no sense. Undertaker Nut. Now, Undertaker Nut is a channel that has what looks like to be live streams. Now, I looked through a few of them. There's no audio. It's just playing soccer. I don't know, or for, I guess, foreign people outside the U.S., I put it this way, football, okay? For what everybody else in the world calls football, we call soccer. But basically, that's just what he's playing. Looks like a regular content creator, live streamer. And then you look at, after the few months of him doing that, and then one odd video that was like 12, 16 years old or whatever, and then you go straight into the new videos, all American Dad. For whatever reason, it's nonstop American Dad 6-hour videos. And there's another thing that kind of threw me off. And the last one, real quick before I start getting into the like comments, which are just really weird, is Zanad, which is another Middle Eastern channel. Yet again, this one's not very old. I think it was actually fairly new. I might be wrong on that one, but anyway, their channel had a bunch of food. Like, it was a cooking channel, it looked like. And then they went straight into uploading more, like, American Dad videos, 6 hours long. And a lot of these will stay up, some of them roughly 24 hours, I think, maybe pushing it 2 days. And then they get taken down, or they take them down themselves so they don't get caught for whatever reason. I guess they're just trying to amass what dollars they can, because what I don't think people are understanding, they're uploading several in a day. So if every video gets 1,000 views, or 2,000, 3,000 views, $5 a video, they upload 10 videos a day. Now that's just for like 10-minute videos, by the way. I'm not explaining that these are hours long. So you're looking at 10 minutes up to 6 hours, 12 times the amount I could get. So they're roughly getting like $500, probably. Hey guys, real quick, this is post-edit me. I know I kind of been doing this more and more. It's because I caught myself again. There's a little bit of math I'm doing. This is not concrete. I'm only speculating that it makes sense that a 2 to 3 to 6 hour video having the same amount of views, but obviously way more ads, is going to make more money than a 10-minute video with 2,000 views with less ads, obviously. They have more ad slots. That is my speculation, okay? That's it. I think my math is good. I just want to let everybody know I don't know that for sure. It's not concrete. It is just me speculating off of these videos. But another thing that throws me off, I don't remember seeing any ads in them. So they wouldn't be getting any money if there's no ads. So that's another thing that I'm trying to toss up. I don't remember seeing any ads. Some of them may get ads in between. That's very far and in between, but sometimes they'll get ads in them. I assume somehow they get cleared and then they're okay. And then when they let them run for whatever until they get a copyright or whatever, they just take it down. And then they just keep funneling that back and back and back, because it happens every single day. You go to these channels, you will see them every day funneling the same content for the whole day or 2 days, and delete from the backlog of the ones they just did, and then reiterate it again on the next day to the next day. Basically just constantly getting what would be probably a couple $100 per video, constantly. Because like that's what I can equate it to. And because it's not just views, but it's how long they're watching. So if they're getting the ads that they're supposed to be getting, 6 hours of video getting 2,000 views would be essentially like quite like tens, if not hundreds of thousands of views on like one of my videos, because they're only 10 minutes long or 8 minutes long. But yeah, guys, basically, if you want a little bit more of, like 2 years ago when I guess this stuff first started popping off, if I had to guess, maybe even before that, go back to Timeworks, okay? I'm not even going to be mad. Like I said, I got them tagged below if you want to go peek around on that. But basically, to add to this, because the channels, there's way too many to cover them all. Those are just a few I pulled. There's also comments, very odd comments, basically dead internet theory type stuff. And which my math may be off, but let's just say I'm right. The 6 hour point, the amount of money they can make just off of 1,000 views, whatever it may be. Let's go ahead and understand if they're making that money, they could be paying for views. I don't know how much views cost. I would imagine 1,000 views could not be that much. But if it's on a video that's 6 hours long, that would take up a lot of time on these bot farms. I'm not sure exactly how they work, but the comments almost seem like they're all botted. Okay, they're pretty much copy paste. Something to do with Bob Todd, which I had to look up. At first, I thought it was something to do with this old, like an old actor that passed away in 1992. But then I looked, Bob Todd is also a character in the American Dad universe. It's just some old country dude that, some hillbilly, basically, that does moonshine. That Roger goes around and learns to do moonshine with. But other than that, yeah, I didn't see any reason why he was in it, because I don't even think he's in any of these videos. I don't think that episode is in these videos. And they also make a reference, what I assume is Left 4 Dead. Maybe I'm wrong, because it's LFD. I can only think Left 4 Dead. But there's other comments that I did not exactly get screenshots of, where it's just broken English talking about the moistening of their eyes, which I don't get. And there's even a comment actually like calling these out, saying, why are all these Indian, Middle Eastern channels constantly uploading American Dad, what looks like to be money farming with views, but yet their views cannot really exceed a few thousand. And that's where I reiterate, I'm thinking it's because of the long format point. If 6 hours can equate to what would be a lot more views essentially for a smaller video. So yeah, you're getting more ads in that video. That's if those are getting ads. I'm not 100% sure. because I don't remember getting a lot of ads. I usually play the videos when I'm editing. I don't think much of it. I'm just going through YouTube and I'm like, I don't know if this is going to take me an hour or if this is going to take me 5 minutes to edit. So while I'm doing all that, I just put a video up there and I'm kind of clipping through. And then when I need to listen, I just pause it and I'll know when to cut sections out of my video. But guys, I don't know if this is like a big deal. I'm not sitting here thinking, oh, I found the mountain of criminals right here. This is for everyone to know. I'm exposing nothing. Okay, it's just something that caught my eye, and like I said, my channel is me doing videos on things that pique my interest, and I was like having this ADHD hyperfocus idea, and while looking into it, I realized somebody else already did it. Okay, so I kind of dialed it down a little bit. I went, all right, you know what, somebody already has references to this, so let me just piggyback off that, give him the credit where he needs to, and then I'll just fill in my own blanks. That's the entire point of this video, which helped me a lot. So I cut down on a lot of my overthinking. It helped me a whole bunch. So now somebody else can take the brunt of this a little bit, and maybe somebody will do a deep dive. I don't know if Mutahar will ever see a video like this. I think it's something that would be down his alley to look into, since he is Mr. Tech Whiz and he knows this stuff. He's always done things like this. So I don't know if he'll ever see this video or if somehow he will, look into that. But I would like to actually have somebody give concrete, or at least closest to concrete evidence, and an answer, because I don't have one. I don't know if my answer is good enough. Like I said, I don't get millions of views, okay? I also don't do 6-hour videos. I don't do these giant essays. I think we would have to get a reference point, probably privately, if I'd had to guess. Say like Dartican, another channel that I watch. They get quite a lot of video views while they're also getting like huge videos. They do video game, like CinemaSin style video content with video games. Very funny. I like his shit. But basically, I think we would have to look into those type of channels that do like super long format videos that are roughly hours long. And even if they only get 1 million views, does that compare to a 10-minute video? Which I assume it doesn't. Why do 6 hours for the same amount of views that you could do 10 minutes? You could cut the video up at that point. If I had to guess, that's what I would see a lot of people would do. Cut it in 10-minute sections and let people watch it. So if I had to guess, it does equate to something bigger just because of how long the format is. But that's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.